those who don't know, this is Elder Ajabu, your host for Ajabu Speaks. This program serves a dual purpose. It also serves as the political education class for the Black Panther movement, to which I am the director for Pan-African Affairs. Being the director and your instructor, that tells you that I am a Pan-African. A Pan-African is a person who does not define their world outlook from where they was born, but they define their world outlook from where we are from. And we are from the African continent. It don't make any difference if you was born in America like I was, or born somewhere else. If you originated from the African continent and you look like me, because you know there's some people that went in there, stole land, and now they want to act like that they Africans. But I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about you and me. I'm talking about those who are highly melanated, got the most melanization in the world. I'm talking about you and me. Now, I don't mind them others listening to Ian, but I'm talking to you about us and where we need to go. You got to understand in this conversation, I'm unbossed, and unafraid of the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the butt-naked truth. You got to understand that I'm old school. I'm the elder, and I'm getting ready to funk it up. I'm like Bootsy in there. If you're gonna give me the funk, give me the P-funk. I'm getting ready to funk it up, and y'all got to understand that with me funking it up, it's out of love. But the elder has got to tell you, because the elder wants us to be free. We moving. And we've got to be conscious of how we're moving and the moves that we're making and the impression it makes on the people, so that we don't turn them off and so that they go with us. And what I'm talking about now is our sister, the Honorable, I think she says, Her Excellency Ericana has taken a delegation to Burkina Faso. And in that delegation, she has President Zuma. And I forgot to tell you to pull him up. But see if you can't pull him up. He used to be the president of South Africa. But she took him with her. And they had a meeting. And initially, there's a brother that has a podcast, and he noticed that with Zuma being over there, that he had not had a meeting with the president, with Ibrahim Traore. And he was noting that it was good that Ibrahim Traore did not meet with Zuma because of how Zuma had conducted himself as president of South Africa. He had actually been accused of raping a woman, but he was exonerated on that. But he was also indicted for making an arms deal with a French arms dealer and taking the money. That's him. That's him. And he was over in Burkina Faso with her. And Ibrahim initially did not meet with him. And the brother that's got the podcast is saying the reason why he didn't meet with him, because of the way that he conducted himself, the reason why Ibrahim did not meet with Zuma was because the way of Zuma conducting himself as president of South Africa, and he had that arms deal with the French, and it's quite possible that some of the arms that he dealt with this arms deal is being used against the people right there in Burkina Faso. And he was giving Ariana the credit for politicizing Brother Ibrahim and Brother Goita and Brother Chikani, and because they was listening to her, and you give me the alliance, let people see the alliance, because the people were listening to her, or those brothers were listening with her, they took over Niger. Took over Mali first. And then Burkina Faso says, okay, Mali, if you're going to change the direction of Mali, then we're going to change the direction of Burkina Faso. And then Niger says, okay, well, if y'all going to change Mali, if you're going to become a Pan-African, and Burkina Faso, you're going to become a Pan-African, then we're going to become Pan-Africanists too. And all of them ran France out of their countries. And ECOWAS, the Economic Community of West African States, wanted to jump on Niger because they ran them white folks up out of their country, them Frenchmen, and Mali and Burkina Faso said, now, ECOWAS, and that's Tinubu, who's the president of Nigeria, and was also at this time the president of ECOWAS. He wanted to have a military solution to stop Niger from running the French out of the country. And so he was going to take our brothers, other Africans, to jump on our brothers in the Sahel for running white folks out of the country and stop them from stealing. That boy done bumped his head. And it caused Brother Goita and Tijani and Ibrahim Traore to come together to form the Sahel Alliance, the Alliance of Sahel States, because they told Tinubu, if you jump on one of us, you done jumped on all of us. And they backed Tinubu up. But the brother was saying that sister was responsible. Yeah, that's old Tinubu. That's the president. And these are the brothers that resisted Tinubu trying to jump on Niger because they ran the French out of the country, as these other two brothers did. But the brother in the podcast is saying that because of the rhetoric of Sister Ericana, they decided to take over the country. And now he was saying that because they took over the country and they were Pan-Africans, and even though Zuma was the past president in the country of the president, and the president, Ibrahim, did not meet with him, and he was saying that is because of them being Pan-Africans, Ibrahim being a Pan-African, and the way that Zuma had conducted himself in South Africa. Well, subsequent to that, a couple of days later, after he makes, it might have been the next day, after he makes that analysis, there's a meeting between Ibrahim and Zuma. And he gets on his podcast now and he says, now y'all expect me to eat crow. Y'all want me to apologize. No, I'm not going to apologize. I'm going to anchor down, what they call it, double down, what they say, reinforce my position to say that, look, Ibrahim had no business meeting with Zuma with the way that Zuma had treated our people. It makes it look bad for Ibrahim. Now, I told you I'm getting ready to funk it up. And this is the P-funk, pure funk. And this is straight, no chaser. The brother has a point. The way that Zuma has conducted himself he has a point. Unless things have changed. You know, people change. History has a way of changing people. And we're going to see how history ought to change Tinubu, but I'm not going to get into that right now. I'm going to stay right here with Zuma. Zuma should not have been committing fraud as he was charged and ran out before he was tried. He shouldn't have been even put himself in a position to even look like he had done something like that. That threatens the faith that people have put into you. And see that's also the issue with Brother Ibrahim meeting with him if he hasn't changed. Now as the elder, I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt that he has changed. It's the reason why that the brother met with him, because the brother had saw the error of his ways and saying, look, man, I'm with y'all. And that's a good sign that he don't went to Burkina Faso. Now you can't ignore that. But the question is, did he change? Is he now a Pan-African? Is he now trying to do what's best for the people of Africa on a worldwide scale? And if he has, then it should be known. And so my brother, and I'm the elder now, and I'm I'm gonna talk to you. You're 37 years old. You're a strong man. You're the leader that looks like that we've been looking for. You done came at the right time, but you also got to be conscious of the moves that you're making and the optics that you are giving people to display. And your audience is those of us that are Pan-Africanists who are looking at those who in their history have not been Pan-Africanists, who have actually gone against the rights and the wills and the interests of our people and stolen money, supposedly, allegedly, so much so that he didn't want to stand trial for it. But he wasn't convicted. But, that don't look good either. Those optics don't look good. But if he has changed, I'm saying that the door ought to be open. And Lord knows that y'all took over the country, Ibrahim. Y'all took over Burkina Faso, and you negotiated with the brother that was already up in there, and you told him that he wasn't ruling in the benefit of Africans and that he needed to step down. And evidently he agreed, because I think now he's the Minister of Education. And he stepped down on that agreement, and y'all didn't kill him, which is normally what happens in a situation like that. So obviously he changed. And he agreed to go along with the program, to be a Pan-African, to make the situation for Africans as best that they could, using Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso as the example. Now they tell me that Chad trying to jump in. And we ain't mad. Chad trying to become a Pan-African. Chad is trying to become a member of the Sahel Alliance. And it's good that Chad would be trying to become a member of the Sahel Alliance, because we need more. And that could be the case with Zuma. And I wish I knew the podcaster's name. I don't know his name. But he made a good point. But I'm saying that let's look at it broader. Can we give the benefit of the doubt until we don't have, or until the doubt is removed, that Zuma has changed? And it might be that he done changed because of the rhetoric of Sister Ericana, because she facking. Her rhetoric is right on target. And she has criticized, Sister has criticized the type of leadership that Zuma was given in South Africa. She criticized it, and rightfully so. So I would suggest, as the elder, and no, brother, you don't have to eat humble pie. But I would suggest, as the elder, as I'm funking it up, that you would say, okay, there's a possibility that we can accept him back into the fold, or accept him into the fold, because he has changed. And if you want to give the credit to our sister, I don't care who gets the credit. The fact and the importance and the value is he changed. Whether it was because of our sister's rhetoric or because of the life that he's living, and the thoughts that he's having in his head that caused him to change, whatever it was, good. And I'm saying that we should give him the benefit of the doubt, and we should give our brother the benefit of the doubt until that doubt's removed. How do we do that? I would suggest, as the elder now, and Lord knows I know I'm funking it up, but I'm from the old school. This is P-funk, and I'm saying that if we're gonna be pure in our efforts to be free, then we got to look at the images and the optics that we're putting into the people that might make them question where we're going. So in order to remove any doubt, I would suggest that Brother Ibrahim. Oh, okay, and we got the leader Chad. He up in there now, and he wants to join, and he should. But I am suggesting to Brother Ibrahim put out a mutual communique with Zuma to give us some kind of idea on what happened at that meeting and whether brother has changed to become a Pan-Africanist or not. I think that we ought to know that. And as the elder, I'm suggesting, Brother Ibrahim, President, to talk to us. Remove the doubt. And if he hasn't changed, then tell us such. That you met him just because of protocol, if that's the case. Then tell us. We need to know. Have someone tell us. And put out a communique that says as such. I think it's all I want to funk that. I don't funk that up enough. So now let me go to this dictator that was elected in the United States of America. You know, he walks like a duck. He talks like a duck. He got yellow hair like a duck. Y'all know who I'm talking about. There he is. Oh, down, oh, D, duck. Bring him up. They can't see him. Bring his butt up. Bring him up. Don't hide him. Don't hide him. Don't hide him. No, he won't go to the other side. Okay. Oh, okay. I look at you, Duck. I see you. You don't want me to talk about you. But I'm gonna talk about you anyhow. See, cause you ain't right, man. You starving people. You got people, 80% of the people, and that's amazing. 80% of the people in the United States of America need assistance with having food. And they get that through the SNAP program. Food stamps. And you have removed that. And then the courts have told you that, look, you can't remove it. Don't turn your back on me. I'm talking to you. Duck! That's right there. Turn around. I'm talking to you. And I'm telling you that a court has told you that you got to feed the people. And you done put it out that you don't care what the court's done said, you ain't feeding the people. That is tyranny. And when there is tyranny, the United States Constitution, in light of the Declaration of Independence, gives the people the right, if not the duty, to change that government. Now, that don't say what means that you can use to change that government. So that means that you can use any means necessary. Thank you, Malcolm, for that language. I'm telling you, I'm getting ready to fuck it up. This the people. Look at it. Don't turn your back. Yeah, I see you pouting. The truth will make you pout. But I'm going to tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the butt-naked truth. Bucked up, duck, you bucking up. That funk that you putting out there, that smells foul. That ain't the pee funk. That sounds like something that you done grabbed out of the trunk. That's been there for a while. So if it's tyranny, and it was good, I saw, who is that? The dude that run the election in New York, Mandamy, in his remarks, in his acceptance speech or his victory speech, he mentioned the word tyranny. He says we got to have hope instead of tyranny. And he's right. But it just don't use the word, Mandamy. File something in court. Make it official. Using the word is good. And the people have to be psychologically prepared to resist that tyrannical behavior that's coming out of the White House. Now, the people around up saying, okay, then the president said that we're not going to honor what the court said, but we're going to honor it. Don't go by what he said. Well, who's running things? Duck is running things. Now you telling me that there's an upheaval going on in the White House? Talk to me. If it is, good. And I'm saying that if it's not, then Mandamy, don't just use the word. And the brother in Chicago done the same thing. Brandon Johnson, he done the same thing. Now, I haven't heard Karen Bass do it out there in L.A., but them two brothers have done it. But they need to file something in court. It's in court that will give the ruling, and it's clear anytime, and Doug has done this, anytime that a citizen is detained or arrested by the government illegally, then that's tyranny. And at no time in the whole history of the United States of America has the United States Supreme Court ruled in favor of an administration that defied a court order. And Duck is saying he's getting ready to defy two courts who have said that he's got to feed the people. If he does it, and he's already done that now, his administration is saying, no, he ain't done it, we're going to do it. It's just going to take us some time. Well, justice delayed is justice denied. Feed the people. And if you done delayed justice, if you done delayed honoring the court's ruling, then you done denied it. That's tyranny. And it needs to be put in the court so that the court can rule and give the people the legal power to resist that tyranny, that tyrannical behavior, by any means necessary. I think I done funked that up enough. Now I don't want to talk about something personal. And that's my son. November the 5th, he had a clemency hearing. It's my namesake. He had a clemency hearing. And everybody that I talked to said it went pretty well. Now you never know what the parole board members are thinking. But the people that was in the audience felt like it went pretty well. I wasn't there because it's a little emotional for me. And plus, my family thought my presence might antagonize the board and asked me not to come. So I agreed. And I'm trying to get the video of it so that I can look at it and have my own analysis of it. But this is where we are. My son was involved in a caper that when he left, and he was there with 2 other people, there were 3 people dead. 3 people had lost their life. The court, the Indiana Supreme Court, had ruled, I had to call you back, Lucky. The Indiana Supreme Court ruled that the trial court had presented no evidence to the Supreme Court that showed that my son was involved in any of that killing. The trial court agreed and said, okay, we can't give him life without parole. At first, they were trying to kill him. But they decided not to kill him because of my words. Because I told them, you kill him, then there's going to be other deaths carried out. They said, okay, we ain't going to do that. But if you will let the judge sentence him, then we will guarantee that it won't be the death penalty. They gave him life without parole. The court said you couldn't do that because there's no evidence of him killing anybody. And so the trial court went and gave him 240 years, which is life without parole. A rose by any other name is still a rose. But he had a clemency hearing. And the people that saw it think it went well. And we are asking you to continue to support our son, not because we are happy about what took place. We're not. There's no happiness in that. But we are saying don't hold him accountable for something that he didn't do. He didn't kill anybody. And when you came with the plea deal, you said that if he do 20, 40 do 20, then that would be enough. But you wanted him to admit that he killed somebody, and he said he couldn't do that. And you went to trial anyway, and you gave him life without parole, which you couldn't do. Well, now it's time for justice to prevail. Let that boy go. And we need your support to help us do that. You've been listening to Elder Ajabu, unbought, unbossed, and unafraid of the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the butt-naked truth. It's time for us to stand together. You touch one of us, you done touched all of us. And the Alliance for the Sale States is saying so. Are you